Marry me.
Marry you as a husband and wife?
Yeah, that's the general idea.
As a legal maneuver to help protect Kristina?
Yes. And no?
You're Kristina's father.
How do you know?
Alexis told me. It's the last thing she'd lie about.
The DNA test said it was Ned.
According to Alexis, Ned switched the results.
Ned helped her lie?
That's right.
How long? How long have you known I'm Kristina's father?
You're right. Our marriage would largely be a legal maneuver.
Well, it may improve my position in family court, maybe. I mean, we know that Sonny is going to demand paternal rights, and it may help if we're married.
Yeah, you're right. But it's not the only reason that I'm proposing. I like to think of myself as a helpful and sympathetic guy, but not to the extent of just marrying somebody to help them out in court. I happen to care about you, Alexis.
That's really nice to hear.
It's nice to hear. Come on. It's not nice to hear. It makes you feel uncomfortable. Look, it's fair enough. It makes me feel uncomfortable, too, but we don't have the luxury of being able to back off and pretend like we weren't anything more than professional rivals who indulge in occasional flirtation. Look, you care about me as well, Alexis. You need me.
I do. But we wouldn't be contemplating this if I weren't facing a custody battle with your brother.
We wouldn't be contemplating this. We wouldn't be contemplating this now. We wouldn't be contemplating this in, what, 6 months, a year from now? We would never be contemplating it because you'd be too disconcerted with the thought of intimacy and commitment that you'd be running in the other direction. We don't have that option. If you want to save your daughter, you're going to have to find a way to trust me.
All right, I'll marry you. On one condition.
This is what you were trying to tell me before. You were talking about being stuck in the elevator with Alexis during the fire. How you bonded as mothers.
I thought we were gonna die, Sonny.
Right.
She told me that you were Kristina's real father.
You've known since February?
Sonny, she begged me not to tell you. We were separated, and I thought that we would be...
Right now, I can't get into it. I gotta get to the hospital.
Kelly's.
Meet me at the hospital right away.
What's going on?
I'll tell you when you get here.
All right, I'm on my way. Diego, listen, keep an eye on the place until I get back. I gotta go to the hospital. My son's in trouble. Well,
I want it to be a marriage of convenience.
Why?
There's less chance of misunderstandings and unmet expectations. Strangely enough, you know, I've had a marriage of convenience before, and it actually worked out quite well. We were a couple, in Jax and I, in public, and in private, we were platonic friends. And when the marriage no longer served us, we went our separate ways, and We divorced amicably, and we remained
I see.
friends.
Okay, you know what? I propose for real, Alexis. I want to marry you. I'm not going to agree to keep my distance and maintain some sort of public, polite facade, all right? That's the house that I grew up in. My father and my stepmother, they were unfailingly civil to one another. They carried on witty conversations, and they were dead inside. And I am not going to subject myself or you to that kind of a life, not even for the benefit of Kristina. Look, if we're going to marry, we got to try to build on something real.
I just found out that I'm Kristina Davis' father. I want to be tested as a marrow donor.
Thanks for coming forward. I'll make the arrangements.
You don't seem surprised.
Ned Ashton's donor test proved that he isn't the biological father, and I've been urging Ms. Davis to contact the man who is.
Alexis didn't tell me. I don't want her to know that I'm here.
She's been going out of her mind. I just think that
Right, it would not reassure her. It would only make a bad situation worse.
I'm sorry, Mr. Krintos. My medical opinion, given the state
I don't really care
that
about
she's...
your medical opinion right now, doctor. All right? Alexis has kept alive from me for almost 3 years to keep me away from my own child, okay? I don't want her to know I'm here.
I understand, but she will find out eventually.
My father, Courtney, and I will all be marrow donors. We'll all be tested. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Then I will tell Alexis.
Excellent.
Okay?
Now let's get you tested.
Hey, one more thing. I'm Kristina. I'm Kristina's father. I will pay for medical expenses. From now on, no decisions about her medical treatment will be made without my input. I am taking full responsibility for my daughter's welfare.
What did you just say?
Kristina's my daughter.
Mean about people, families, being civil to each other. The Cassadines had beautiful manners. Helena, at her most lethal, was always polite. Which is very confusing when you're a little girl because you don't understand why the words people are saying have no bearing to what they're actually feeling. So you struggle with that. And then, you know, you adapt to it because you have no choice. And then eventually you become proficient at it yourself.
Yeah, and you talk around what you feel. You wrap it up in a protective covering of verbal sparring and intellectual posturing.
You know me.
No, I was actually talking about myself, Alexis. Look, I learned very early on in my life that nobody was going to love me because I wanted them to. I had to be smart. I had to be a winner. I became a goal unto itself. Look, I had to be the brightest. I had to be the most successful. In that way, I wouldn't need anybody. I wouldn't get hurt. Now, judging from our conversations that we've had before, I think that happened to you as well.
It's a little more gothic than that, but yeah. It's kind of a coping mechanism run amok. You put your effort in the places where you feel the most competent, and you avoid the places where you feel out of control. Which is actually fine, you know. You can lead a very successful and fulfilling life that way. Until your kid gets sick, and the father is a gangster that you've lied to for 3 years, and he may be the only one that can help her, and then you're sure that he's going to sue you for custody, and you know you won't be able to protect your daughter, so you marry his brother. And then you realize that your coping mechanisms have been an utter failure, and the control that you've always taken so much pride in is an illusion because you're just terrified. I'm just terrified. I'm terrified of her, of him taking her, of you. And I'm so tired of you.
Not alone. You're not alone, Alexis. You have me. We are in this together.
I don't want to be alone anymore. No conditions.
You're Kristina's father.
You and Corey need to be tested for donor compatibility.
Yeah, of course. Whatever Kristina needs. You know, her nanny brings her into Kelly's all the time. She's a sweet girl. She's happy. She's well-mannered, cute as a button. All this time, she's been my granddaughter.
No wonder Alexis turned against you. She just wanted to push you away, so you'd never find out the truth.
What about you, Jason? Why are you taking this so calmly?
Alexis asked to see me after Kristina got sick.
Right.
Okay, and she was, talking about defending me in the original custody fight for Michael and about how being a parent has more to do with love than anything else. She was just rambling, and you know what? It didn't make sense to me at the time.
Think she was working her way up to try to tell the truth?
She said there was something else she needed to tell me, and of course Rick interrupted us, and she never got to finish the thought.
Well, she probably figured I'd take it better hearing it from you.
So then she finally decided to tell you herself.
No, I heard it from Carly. She's known for months that I'm Kristina's father.
Courtney and Mike have both been tested.
All right. Dr. Weber say how long it's going to take to get the results?
Less than a half an hour.
Well, I got to believe my bone marrow's going to save my daughter's life, not mine. And, Courtney's, Mike's. If that's not a match, I'm going to have to have Morgan test.
Is he old enough?
Well, Weber says he barely qualifies. You have to be a year old to donate marrow.
Is he going to be at any kind of risk?
It's supposed to be safe. Painful. But he's little, he's not going to really understand. Just like Kristina can't question why she's in the hospital, without a father who can hold her, protect her,
I know that Ned would be here, but Alexis cut him out of Kristina's life.
It was right in front of me. I refused to see it. Ned was just a smokescreen to keep me out of Alexis's life. It's over. It's over anyway. I'm gonna get my daughter through this, and then Kristina and I will never be separated again.
I hope it's okay with you. But I decided to marry Rick. He's a very good man. And there's a great deal more to him than the face that he shows the rest of the world, because sometimes we make assumptions about people that may not be true. So why don't we give him the benefit of the doubt? He's been there for me, and I know that he cares about me. And the truth is, Rick may be just what I needed.
Feelings mutual.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough.
Virtually the whole time I was talking, that can be construed as a violation of my privacy.
Why, being married to you is not going to be boring.
Likewise, I'm sure. Did you talk to the Justice of the Peace?
Yeah, he's on his way to the hospital. He's gonna meet us in the chapel.
Well, maybe we should get married before Sonny finds out he's Kristina's father.
Well, I thought Carly was gonna tell him.
Apparently, she didn't do it. So I'm gonna have to tell him, and I hope that he understands that it would be in Kristina's best interest that he has no place in her life.
I couldn't believe it when I heard the words. Kristina's father. I try to absorb it all, but all I could think about was you. Our whole reunion, the commitment we made. You know, I thought this was gonna work. But she lied to me about my child.
I wonder what a reason.
There's no reasons. Nothing justifies that.
Sonny, you know Carly makes...
I have a daughter. Carly kept a secret. Now, my daughter's sick. Kristina could die. I would have never had a chance to hold her, to spend time with her, all because Alexis and Carly made the decision to hide the truth from me. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you're not a match for Kristina, and neither is your father or your sister.
So her only hope for a donor is my son Morgan. Hi, Kristina. Hi. Remember me? I'm Sonny. Huh? Hey. I've become a very important part of your life. I'm your daddy now. Remember at the hospital when I held you up to see the newborn babies? And then we talked. I knew right then. The special little girl you are. I'm sorry I didn't know the truth before. A lot of grown-ups have made mistakes. It's all over now. I'm here. I'm here for you. And I'm gonna find a way to make you better. And when you're all well, we're gonna get to know each other a little better. I will never leave you, I promise. And from now on, for the rest of your life, you're gonna be